Okay, I'm back up here at the shop. I know there's not a lot of light in here. The sun's kind of getting down over toward the, it's probably about 3 o'clock right now. So we're gonna do a little quick video. There's the wall where it's gonna come out to. There's a chalk line. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Yeah, there's a chalk line right here on the floor. That is even with that wall there. There will be a 2x6 wall run right down right where I'm standing. Come right down through here, go right out through here, and it'll go to all the way to right here where it intersects, and then it'll run back over to that wall there. Still got to put one more stud in over there to hook into. I think I'm going to turn one flat ways, but I wasn't exactly sure where the hallway and everything was, so we just throwed it in there. I still got some more that I can use, but that's it studded up. It's got a plate. First floor will be about 7 foot. The second floor will be about 7'6" or so. I mean, no, 7 foot on the bottom, 6'7" on top. The floor joists will set right on top of these purlines. What I did is I just went ahead and Craig jigged them because it makes them stronger. And I'll set the floor joists right on top of them out this way. And then I'll put 2 screws in here, and then I'll put 1 bolt through. I'll stick a 1/4 inch bolt. That way I know it'll never go anywhere. There'll be 2x6s go across the top because it's only spanning about 11 foot something, maybe close to right at 12. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let the joist's counterlever out. If you would think about it, the joist will counterlever on out almost 3 foot. So what that do is it'll put a canopy right up under this area here, and then I can stack stuff up here on top of this. And not only that, but I may make a door to come out up there in the little hallway, turn a door out and let it come out onto that and use it for like a little, not really like a little porch, but just for a place to escape in case we did have a fire and we were upstairs and it was blocked over here from getting out. We would have a door up there to come out and get onto the little porch. And what I'll probably do is just put a little ladder, kind of like that one there, and stand it up against there and just leave it until we get out of here and move, build us a new house. But I've got that door there, and then there's the little door there, and then the big door. Any of those doors you can go out of. So if we did have a fire, I did get my fireplace put in. Talking of fire, got it put in, got the, it's kind of hard to tell, but I took and put the stack up. I actually built a little metal thing out of some galvanized steel, or galvanized, sheet metal. And I did a little cap just like we would do if we were building a plenum. I cut the holes, and you can see around the edges there where I hadn't pushed all the little tabs in yet. Screwed it to that. There's a little short piece in there about 7 inches long. You can kind of, let's see if I can zoom in up there. Yeah, you can see the rim right there of it sticking out right up in there. That piece stays with that lid, and then the other pipe that comes down into the double wall slides right down on that piece of pipe, and then there's like a transition that goes on the bottom of it, and then it holds the other pipe. So then I put 2 pieces of angle just to make sure, and hook them around to the sides here, so that if it did try to sag or anything on that piece, it couldn't. It's tied in pretty good. So that's the box. I just nailed two pieces of 2x4 this way, and 2 this way that are straight up and down. You can see kind of how it, 2x4 on this side. Let's see, right in there. It's angled at the same angle at the roof. Instead of the same angle at the roof, it's actually straight. So that's holding that up there. And then my son, where the heater was at already, it had this little damper in it already. So I left it in there. You can close that down and close the heater all the way up, and it won't burn. I mean, it's really, really, really slow burning with that. Let's see if I can get the camera down here and get it inside. I built a fire the other day, but I didn't have anything to set the wood on, so I just took a couple pieces of wood and laid across it. But there's what it's got a bad spot right there with the fire brick. I've got to get a couple of fire brick, take those out, put some new ones in. The bottom looks really good, but that's how slow it burned. That piece was laying up against the doors. So it will take and go way down. I'll show you the outside now. I'm going to get some, I don't know if I can get green paint that will there's the pipe outside. It's a pretty good sized pipe. It's 12 3/8 on the outside, but they put those stickers on it all over it hot, and it does kind of look kind of crappy. So I'm going to try to get some green paint that's the same color as my gutters and go up there and spray it. I don't know if they make heat paint in green, but I don't know how far off of a green it'll be, so I'm going to look for that. But there it is. That's what we're working on so far. The flashing was a silicone type stuff. I've got a piece of it still right here that I cut off. This is the instructions on how to put that pipe out. They show putting a metal flashing, but we use this rubber. That's this silicone. That was part of it. This was actually kind of like this at one time. It was opened up a little bit more, but we cut it down to the 12-inch size pipe, and when we did that, it slid down on there really good and tight. And I don't think we had that two pretty good rains, and they wasn't a drop of water right there at the heater. So I think we're good. We used some XL caulking that you can get at Lowe's. Some of the best caulking I've used. It's sticky. If you're going to use it, wear gloves, because it will stick to your fingers and it don't come off like silicone. So there it is. We're getting there. We still got to do a little bit of plumbing on this, plumbing it up on the right there on that one going up through there. I got one board at the top holding it off, another one right there about middle ways, but we're going to make sure that's completely vertical. You know, it's hard to tell when you just put a little piece out like that, but when we stand that wall here up against it, I'll be able to get a little better idea where we're at. So, all right, well, there it is. I'll try to make another video when I get some more done. I took and went to Lowe's a minute ago and picked that up. I just got them to throw some old pallets on there, and then they could take their forklift and come out and set it right down on my trailer. So I've got to get all that off here in a minute, and I think I'm gonna call a friend and get him to run over here and help me set it off right quick. It'll be a whole lot quicker, and we'll take and start building the other two walls. The reason I throwed the studs up is I want to be able to, well, you can see right in here. I want to be able to put insulation. This is right in here, from here to here is 5.5 inches. This is another, you can almost get another inch if you press just a little bit. So what'll happen is I can get 6 inches of insulation in here. And that way I can get 6 inches here, and then I'll have, instead of having these stick out and only having that little bit of insulation here, I'll have a lot more. So what we're going to try and do is I'm not sure, but I may have them come in and spray foam it. That may be an option that I can do if we're just going to look at the price difference. If it's not, I will put insulation in there, and then I've got to find out about the vapor barriers. because this is a vapor barrier. I got to find out if I need to put it without a vapor barrier or if I can put another vapor barrier. So we got to find out about that too. And maybe, because I don't want to put a vapor barrier on this wall in here and then have a vapor barrier on the outside, because then you get moisture trapped in between your insulation and then it runs down and goes down and hits the floor. So I got to figure out about that. I got to talk to somebody that knows something about it. So, all right. Well, y'all have a good one. And next time I get something else done, I'll make another little quick video. I know that these videos are not being up. I'm uploading them now, but I'm not making them public. They're still private. So as soon as I get enough of them in a row and I feel comfortable with how much I've done, and it's not, you can actually sit down and watch a little, like a little series almost of what I've been doing, then it'll make it a little bit easier and a little bit better. It won't be waiting to see what's happening next. All right, y'all have a good one.